This is 3 worst sins a narcissist commits out of jealousy of you. Their eyeballs pop out seeing you. Jealousy and narcissism are inseparable companions, woven together like a tangled web. It is impossible for a true narcissist to exist without harboring jealousy towards others. Their jealousy stems from an incessant need to have more than you, to overshadow you, and to maintain an air of superiority. Life, in its entirety, becomes a competition for them. What truly bewilders is how their jealousy drives them to destruction when they cannot possess what they desire. Even in relationships where they claim to love their partners, their jealousy transforms them into antagonists and detractors. Fueled by envy, they inflict unfathomable harm, surpassing levels of cruelty that the average person could never imagine committing against another human being. Our moral compasses simply do not align with theirs. Their actions are utterly unforgivable, and they epitomize the embodiment of true malevolence. In this episode, we will delve deep into these complex aspects. Today's episode centers around 3 distinct ways narcissists inflict harm out of jealousy. If this topic piques your interest, please stay tuned and lend an ear. And don't forget to subscribe before we dive in. Your subscription amplifies awareness about narcissistic abuse, uniting survivors in their quest for support and understanding, shedding light on the malevolence they have endured. The initial manifestation of their jealousy is directed towards your achievements. This jealousy arises from their profound insecurity. They yearn to possess everything for themselves, constantly chasing fulfillment. However, no matter how much they acquire, a void remains within them, an insatiable desire that leads them to covet anything that outshines or captures their attention. Their yearning to possess it all knows no bounds. When they encounter you, their jealousy combusts. They become resentful and envious of your accomplishments, career, skills, and even your empathy. These unique qualities of yours provoke their resentment because they are incapable of replicating them. This animosity simmers beneath the surface, even during the love-bombing phase. Their compulsion to seize and dismantle what you possess reaches its zenith during the devaluation stage, as they systematically erode your self-esteem, self-image, and confidence. Their aim is to render you powerless. They covet your successes, your higher earning potential, and your superior social aptitude. You radiate brightly like a lighthouse amidst the darkness, effortlessly forging connections and instilling comfort in others. Unlike them, you navigate conversations with spontaneity, devoid of scripted manipulations. Your genuine and heart-centered approach sets you apart from their robotic facade. Rather than embracing their own authenticity, narcissists attempt to steal yours, as they are incapable of genuinely embodying it. However, their imitation lacks the essence that originates from within. Their true objective eventually shifts to your destruction, especially during the devaluation stage. Each moment spent in their presence feels like ingesting a slow poison. They inject insidious comments about your career, skills, salary, and achievements, gradually eroding your sense of self-worth until you perceive yourself as inconsequential. Their actions are reprehensible, as they deliberately manipulate and gaslight you. They possess full awareness of the harm they inflict and execute their tactics with calculated intent. Day by day, they chip away at your autonomy, employing gaslighting techniques to dismantle your identity. It's akin to character assassination, erasing your needs, desires, and emotions. They infiltrate your psyche, replacing your inner voice with their own. Consequently, you prioritize their perspective above your own, questioning your ability to navigate life, engage with others, and form coherent thoughts. They invade your mental realm, acting as parasitic entities that erode your sense of self. You become ensnared in their deceptive web, believing that you are the root cause of all the relationship issues. Expressing your thoughts or opinions is deemed harmful, reinforcing the notion that you are inherently flawed. This distortion of reality leads to a breakdown in functionality. Being with a narcissist feels akin to harboring a hostile parasite or virus. They identify your vulnerabilities, exploiting them to weaken your resolve, until ultimately discarding you as a hollow shell. This destructive dynamic leaves you in a state of confusion, doubting the validity of your own thoughts, emotions, and experiences. They succeed in making you believe that their perspective is the only truth, leaving you bewildered and plagued by self-doubt. Their jealousy becomes the catalyst for dismantling your sense of self, robbing you of everything you once held dear. Another tactic they employ is alienating you from your own children. They manipulate the children into believing that you are the source of all the problems, the reason behind the divorce, and the hindrance to their desire for a united family. In their eyes, you become the strict, controlling parent, the one who exhibits a lack of love and is unable to handle their affection for the narcissistic parent. This distorted view paints you as the villain, a stark contrast to the reality of the situation. In reality, the narcissistic parent's hatred towards you outweighs their love for the children. This bitterness drives them to undermine your relationship with the kids. They exploit their jealousy over the deep bond you share with the children to either isolate them from you or excessively enable them. Placing the children on a pedestal, they grant them unchecked freedom, but it is all done with the underlying goal of instilling hatred towards you. They manipulate the children into perceiving you as strict and unloving, often at the expense of their healthy development. The concept of co-parenting after narcissistic abuse becomes a mere facade, as they view it as an opportunity for revenge against you. Instead of working together harmoniously, they engage in counter-parenting and retaliate with vengeful behaviors. It transforms into a power struggle, a battle in which their aim is to inflict suffering and hardship upon you. The gravity of their actions lies in the profound scars they leave on the children. Their behavior is an inexcusable offense, as it obstructs healthy development and sabotages the potential for a positive relationship between you and your children. Their willingness to manipulate the court system and gain custody, despite lacking genuine interest in nurturing and raising the children, reveals their complete disregard for their well-being. The third appalling act is the deliberate destruction of your reputation and the isolation they orchestrate. When you introduce them to friends and family, the feedback you receive becomes distorted, casting you as the one in the wrong. This manipulation corrodes your self-esteem, leading you to sever ties with loved ones and become solely dependent on the narcissist. This dependence complicates the process of leaving the relationship, as they become your sole source of support and control. They also engage in extensive smear campaigns, targeting not only your personal life, but also your workplace, seeking to get you fired. Their jealousy cannot tolerate your success, prompting them to take pleasure in dismantling everything you have worked hard for. This sadistic behavior serves as a stark display of their true nature, providing further evidence of their rotten core. Their smear campaigns purposefully create distance and isolate you from your support network, leaving you to struggle and feel isolated. They derive satisfaction from witnessing your suffering and revel in the perceived power they hold over you. This orchestrated isolation stands as a testament to their sadistic tendencies. They strip away your reputation, leaving you feeling ashamed and questioning your own worth. In conclusion, prior to encountering a narcissist, you shone like a brilliant star. However, their destructive ways attempt to reduce you to mere dust, eroding your self-worth and isolating you from all aspects of your life. They skillfully manipulate roles, portraying themselves as the victim and casting you as the offender, distorting the truth in their favor. It is crucial to remember that you have done nothing wrong. Trust your own experiences. They hold the answers. Embrace your journey towards healing and liberation. Gift the narcissist with your silence, for that is what they truly deserve. May karma eventually catch up with them, delivering the punishment they deserve. With that, we conclude this episode. Thank you for listening and staying with me. I will return with more in the future. Until then, may your journey of healing continually progress.